Something that I've always really enjoyed about Ichigo Kurosaki is the fact that he has so many abilities. But let's talk about his most obscure one. The most obscure ability that Zanketsu grants him is the ability to understand others when crossing blades with them. Caveat about this ability that I've always enjoyed is that if his opponent's heart isn't in the fight, then neither can Ichigo's heart. It seems to be a running theme with Ichigo that the more he understands his opponent, the better he'll do. Because Gin's heart wasn't in the fight, Ichigo couldn't even bring himself to fight this man because he couldn't understand him. But when it comes to someone like Ginjo, who he can easily understand, the fight goes in his favor much better. And against someone like Grimmjow, whose only objective is to just defeat his opponent and enjoy the fight, Ichigo easily wins, because that's something easy to understand. The people who Ichigo has the hardest time fighting are the ones who are either at a moral dilemma with themselves, or the ones he has the hardest time understanding, such as Byakuya, who is deciding between family or law. And although there was a massive power gap between Ichigo and Ulquiorra, I believe that the reason Ichigo couldn't bring out his best was simply because he couldn't understand Ulquiorra. Ulquiorra was the most devoid of emotion out of all the Espada, which is the worst opponent for Ichigo, someone he can't understand or even fathom. And lastly, in his fight with Aizen, after the battle, he comes to the realization that when crossing swords, he felt nothing but loneliness coming from Aizen's blade. Empathy seems to play a direct part in how effective Ichigo can be against his opponent. However, the information we have about the ability is so minor, since Ichigo has only talked about it twice to my knowledge. In his second fight with Gin, Ichigo actually tells Gin that he can't recall ever fighting him a first time simply because there was no emotion behind his blade the first time they fought, which Gin calls really creepy. The second time I can recall him talking about this ability is after his fight with Aizen. He tells Kisuke Urahara that the only thing he felt coming from Aizen's blade was loneliness and an emptiness. And if there's anything I'm missing about Ichigo's most obscure ability, please let me know. Also wish me luck, I'm very sick right now.